Hello everybody. So today we're going to do things a little differently. I was craving brownies, so we're going to make some brownies and we're going to do the end of the year book tag. So I'm making it from a box. I got this bad boy from Costco. I should probably make it from scratch, as I did actually go to culinary school and know how to do it from scratch fairly well, but I am being a lazy ass for making it out of a box today. So I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag that was created by Ariel Bassett, I think it is. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm bad at pronouncing names. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so the first question is, are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? So in January of this year, I started reading The Fiery Cross by Diana Galvadon. Anyway, it is the 5th book in the Outlander series, and I don't know, I just like I just couldn't really get into it as much as the other ones. I find it's very repetitive and there's not really a lot going on, so I have a hard time focusing on it. And so I'm hoping that I'm gonna finish it before the year ends, but who knows. The other 4 books, I read them all in just a few weeks, and they're like pretty hefty books. They're like almost 1,000, if not over 1,000 pages each, so like it's a lot, and I loved them. I was so there for it, and then I hit this one and I've been struggling through it for, honest to God, 11 months now. And my aunt, she has read them all, and she has told me to just stick with it because it's worth it, apparently. I don't know right now, man. Okay, so I want them to be a little bit creamier, so I'm going to use milk and olive oil instead of vegetable oil and the water. I want to finish it because, like, I'm hoping that I can get back into the series and it's gonna be fine, you know, like, I don't know, I like the series. I know that it's problematic in parts. Oh, in case you didn't know, the Outlander series is about a woman named Claire who was a nurse in World War II, and on a second honeymoon with her husband Frank, they go to Scotland, where she happens upon these big stones, kind of like Stonehenge, and she touches them and she goes back in time, back into the mid-1700s, and there's shenanigans. So it is a romance, like a historical romance kind of thing. And like, I liked it. There was action, there was history, they're very well researched, like they're pretty well written as well. Alright, big lies, because I didn't have enough olive oil to do. So we are using vegetable oil. But they're really well written, so I want to finish the series. I have almost all of the books, so but I gotta do that one. And also, so there are a few books that I started this year that I haven't finished that I would like to finish. I.e. Gone by Michael Grant, but I don't think I'm going to finish it this year. Also, Saving Zoe by Alyson Noel, I think. Let me check. Alyson Noel. So I got about, I want to say 3/4 the way through. So Saving Zoe is about a girl who is just starting high school. And over the summer, her sister was murdered, who was this bright light beacon. She was very happy-go-lucky, popular, all that fun stuff. Everything that Echo, who is the younger sister, really wasn't. It's her coping with her grief and also starting high school and dealing with everything that entails, because as someone who has gone through high school, I can tell you starting high school was not very fun. It was very stressful. You don't know anybody. It's a hard life experience. So this book is about that, her coming to terms with everything that's happened. Yeah, I didn't stop reading this for any particular reason other than it was in my boyfriend's car and I lost it, and I recently found it when we did like the winter cleaning of his car, and it was in the trunk. So I will probably read that before the end of the year. I actually just found it the other day, so pretty exciting. I'm just adding the egg now. You're not even the egg. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's go to the next question, because I've been talking about this one question for 10 minutes. Do you have an autumnal book to transition to the end of the year? So, I don't know, not particularly. I pretty much read the same stuff throughout the year. In the winter months, I do tend to read a little bit more romance. I'm pretty bad at sticking to a schedule for reading. I have to kind of read what I want to read, or else I go into slumps. I did read some mystery novels. I was gonna read The Diviners by Libba Bray, but I don't know, it was just like formatted weird. The copy that I got, which is like the copy everyone has, but I don't know, it was weird. So I was gonna listen to it on audio, but my account got limited. Yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting to listen to that. Maybe that'll put me more in an autumn mood, I guess. But now that it's winter, well, not actually winter, but we had our first big snowstorm today, so it's pretty wintry out there. Scrape the walls. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? There is. I am very, very excited and eagerly awaiting the release of Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then also there is a ARC that I received in, I want to say, April. And it is a novel called A Violet Fire, and it's by Kelsey Quick. But the novel comes out December either 9th or 19th, I don't remember. So I'm excited for that to come out because I'm going to buy it. It is independently published, so I think it's important to support independent publishers because they don't really have the reach that people who publish with publishing companies do. And I really, really enjoyed her novel. So I'm excited for that one to come out because I'm gonna buy it. The next question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So I have The Ninth House by Lee Berdugo. I bought it last month, meaning to read it, and I did not. I've heard good things and bad things about it, so I'm looking forward to it. I am a fan of her other work, and I think she's a beautiful writer and a great storyteller. I know that this isn't in her usual genre, so I kind of want to see how it changes from genre to genre, you know? The Ninth House is about a woman named Alex who she kind of like grew up in the slums, and there was a big accident or something, and now she goes to Yale, and it has to do with underground societies and a bunch of stuff that I'm not really too clear on, but it looks really good. So, second book that I want to read this year, and then Frankly in Love by David Yoon, which is a story about a young Korean American boy who is in love with this girl, but he's only allowed to date other Korean women because that's what his family wants from him. And there is another girl who's also Korean, whose family's the same way. So they fake date to give themselves more freedom. Right up my alley. I love a fake dating situation. Let's pour this bitch in. Okay, and lastly, the similars, I guess. I don't remember who it's by, but it is kind of a mystery, I guess, or like it's a YA novel. Okay, it takes place in this world where there are these other beings who, they're like clones of people, and there is this girl whose friend has died recently, and one of these beings coming to their school is a clone of this person. So it takes place at a boarding school, which I love that trope. I love books that take places in boarding schools. I have no idea why, but I think it's because I always wanted to go to a boarding school and never did, so I live vicariously through it. So this girl is kind of like, oh, I don't want anything to do with it because it's like weird to her. So it's about her trying to like avoid them, and I think they'll probably fall in love. It's a YA book. So I'm really looking forward to reading that. Okay, so there's 2 questions left. So I am going to wait a bit until these are almost done, and I will be back. We're back, y'all. So I just made a bit of dinner while I was waiting for this to finish. But now we can jump right back into it while we play. Is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favorite? Honestly, maybe Ninth House. Because again, some people love it, some people hate it. I am planning on reading The Wicked King, which I loved The Cruel Prince, but I wouldn't say it's a favorite. But people seem to like Wicked King more than Cruel Prince. So it is entirely possible. So it is completely possible that I'm gonna read it and it's gonna be my absolute favorite. Who knows? Oh, sorry, but look at how much those are steaming. I don't know if you can see it, but look at that steam. Beautiful. And who knows? I could finally finish The Fiery Cross, and I could love that book. And I could be wondering why in the hell it took me 10 million years to read it. The last questions is, have you already made reading plans for 2020? Well, for the next year. But I have. I know for a fact I will be reading, so I don't know if my icing sugar is in, no, it's just regular sugar. Ooh, a small icing sugar. So if you didn't know, I am 5'3", so I'm a tiny human being, and everything in my house is for a tall person. Like, look at this. Look at. I can't even, like, I can barely reach inside these. It is so annoying. So I've got to go get my short person stool. Well, it would seem that I'm icing sugarless. But yeah, I'm going to be reading. Hi, Shmo. I'm just doing a video. What? I made brownies. Would you like one? Yeah. Dinner's almost done too. So I know for a fact that I will be reading the new Cassandra Clare book because I have pre-ordered it. So I'm pretty excited for that. And I probably won't read the new Cruel Prince book, Queen of Nothing, until next year. So I know those 2 for a fact, but I think my goal, my reading goal for next year is going to be a bit more ambitious because I have surpassed it by quite a bit. So maybe I'll aim for about 70 next year. Who knows? Yum. Anyway, here's brownies. Looking good. And it's time for me to eat.